Mr. Jun Nakahara, Director General, National Territorial Planning Bureau, Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport and Tourism, Government of Japan. Mr. Hiroshi Ogawa, the Governor of Fukuoka Prefecture. Mr. Ichi Nakamura, the Vice Mayor of Fukuoka City. Mr. Mitiaki Uryu, the Chairman of the Cooperating Committee of UN Habitat ROAP Fukuoka. Distinguished participants, friends and colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, a very happy new year to all of you and warm greetings from Nairobi. Thank you all for joining us today. First of all, I am very pleased to let all of you know that 2021 marks the 24th year that UN Habitat's Regional Office for Asia and the Pacific has been hosted in Fukuoka. Let me take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude for the generous support and cooperation extended to us by local partners, Government of Japan, Fukuoka Prefecture, Fukuoka City, the Cooperating Committee and members, and many other partners. Let us build on this partnership as we look forward to the building back better, fairer, and greener. Since its inception, ROAP oversees one of the largest geographical regions under UN Habitat's mandate. In the last 2 decades, the team of ROAP has expanded its annual budget scale from about 10 million USD in 1997 to more than 50 million USD in 2020, resulting in a portfolio of USD 1 billion in total, which is the largest among all 4 regional offices. Member states and donors continue to support ROAP for its innovation, the successful implementation of normative guidance in the field, and the positive impact created in the communities. For instance, I would like to highlight the People's Process and the Fukuoka Method Solid Waste Management, both pioneered in the Asia-Pacific region and are now part of UN Habitat's global program in other parts of the world. ROAP has also been leading the organization's work on climate change adaptations for disaster risk reductions and environmental technology transfer. In all our efforts, we work closely with city governments, local partners, the private sector, and academia. I encourage you to contribute to the fulfillment of our collective commitments towards achieving the new urban agenda. We need to redouble our effort to harness the transformative power of urbanization. To make this change possible, strengthening the capacities of cities, local governments, and their association is the first step. The pandemic continues to demonstrate the need for a new way of addressing inequalities, and we can do so by regarding shelters as a universal right. COVID-19 has transformed our world in an unanticipated manner. The pandemic triggered the worst public health crisis in a century, and we are now living through the worst economic recession since the Great Depression. The pandemic has also exposed and exacerbated pre-existing inequalities and vulnerabilities. For instance, informal workers who depend on daily wages have been deprived of their livelihoods, and many of them are women. Children without internet access have lost a year of formal education. It is now widely recognized that COVID-19 is reversing the gain made in poverty eradication and is affecting our ability to attain the Sustainable Development Goals. We must double our efforts to achieve the SDGs by localizing action. SDG 11 recognizes the transformative role that sustainable cities and communities can play. I highly appreciate and commend the vital roles that local governments and communities, especially those frontline and essential works, have been playing in the response and recovery efforts. I see ROAP as a central component to UN Habitat's mandate and would like to call upon all of you to contribute to innovative solutions. We need to have closer working partnership with member states, local communities, and the private sector, as we must now scale up sustainable urbanization efforts to deliver a positive impact on the ground. Women, youth, and children particularly depend on us to deliver forward-looking proposals with effective and pragmatic solutions. Let me conclude my opening remarks by thanking you again for attending this important symposium and wishing you a fruitful discussion. Thank you.